Hi everyone, welcome to Becky's Crafts and Goodies. Today I've got a little bit of a paper craft video for you. I thought we could make a little photo album, but just by making some little pockets and doing some like little photo cards to pop in to put some just normal 6x4 photos on. So the paper I'm going to use, I'm literally using up this pad. I've had this for a couple of years. It's from Prima Marketing. It's the Misty Rose. And literally I've used, I think this is the only few little bits that I've got left from it now after doing this project. So it's a really nice, pretty kind of pack, just right up my street. So that's what I'm using. I do need to get some more paper pads actually, because when I was having a look through, I was really limited about what I could use because I wanted some pretty kind of double-sided papers. So what I'm going to show you how to do to start with are the outside, like the foldery bits. Now, I must say that this original idea came from Amber from Lyric Lover. So I will link Amber's channel down below. And I just saw it and I thought you guys would love it. So to start with, we're going to make, well, we need 4 of these little, they're like a little folder thing. And we're going to sort of put them together. So I'll show you how I made these. They're basically done by using 12x12 and they're really simple to do. I'll give you the measurements. I've got 4 that I need, so I've got 3 there. So to start with, let me just get my paper trimmer. We need to take this little strip off. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we need to score it and we need to cut it. So it's a 12x12 piece of paper and we want to basically fold it in half. So if you've got like if you haven't got a scoreboard, just literally fold it in half. And then if you've got a bone folder, that's great because you can, you know, use that to help score it. But what we will do is use this, go on 6 inches because it's 12x12. Go down. So that's the first one. So what we need to do is we need to score it. So from the top we need to come down 8 inches. Then we need to come down and score again at 10.5. So we've got a 2.5 inch gap, and that will then leave us 1.5. Okay, but I find the easiest way to do it is backwards, because obviously I haven't got a 12x12 scoreboard. So here I'll score at 1.5 inches from that way. And then I'll score at 4. So you can see, I don't know if you can see there, you've got the middle and you've got 1 and you've got 1 there. Now this bottom part, we don't need that. So I'm just going to trim that off. My little guillotine. These are great little things. Save that because that'll be good for some little scraps. And then what we do is to fold over. If you've got a bone folder, this one just came in with the scorer. I've got another one somewhere. And then this part that we've got here, we just want to fold that up, and then literally you've got that, and that's what I've made here. So we've got 4 of those, and we're going to actually stick those together. So for this we're going to need some double-sided tape. I've got some varying sort of thicknesses, but we need something quite thin. I'm also going to use some of the wet glue as well, because that fares quite nicely when you're doing paper craft sometimes. So with these sections here, what you'll be doing, so you need 4 pieces. So this one will be my front cover, and then we're basically going to stick the next bit to it. Okay, so that is going to stick to there. So you won't be seeing this part because they're going to be stuck together. Then that's going to be like that, and then that will be stuck to there. So can you see they're actually the bits that we're going to have, and then this one will be stuck there. So that's the front cover, which you won't see, but it is on the front, and the back part that we won't see will actually be on the back. So that is how we're going to stick them together. So if I show you with the first one, I'll get some double-sided tape, and to be fair, we can do a bit thicker, I suppose. use whatever thickness you've got. This is probably a bit way too thick. I need in between this really. Okay. Peel these bits off. I'm going to put a bit of wet glue on as well, and this will just enable me to move it about if I need to move it a little bit. As I say, I know this is a bit too thick, but I don't know where the other stuff's gone. And that's thin as well. Right. I'm sure they're stuck down, and I'm just going to pop up a bit of this glue over the top. So there's glue and sticky tape on that side. This is the one we're sticking it to. So I'm just going to get this and level it up, and because I've got a little bit of glue as well as the tape, it should enable me to move things about if I get them a little bit wrong. Just stick that down there, and then obviously that will then run onto that part, and I'll just do the rest for the other two so they're all kind of stuck together, and then we'll stick these down. Right, so we're all stuck down. What we'll do now is just stick these bits down. So we'll obviously need some thinner double-sided tape for this, and what we need to do, you can use wet glue if you want to, but we're just going to get some of the thin double-sided tape, and we want to go right close to the edge. So we need to put it on the end there, and then basically it's both end sections. This little bit here, then the bit right next to it, because that's obviously where the fold is, and then on this section. I'll just show you on the first one. It's so easy. I mean, you can, if you want to, like cut them at an angle, but this is just super basic and super easy to do. Obviously take your double-sided tape off. If you've got like a ATG gun, you can use that. I've got one, but when it runs out of stuff, I never get around to loading it. I get a bit confused loading them. Just peel this last one off, and then we're literally just going straight up with it, and then that will give us our little pockets there. So just quickly, I will just do the rest of these pockets, and then I'll show you what we will do next. Right, so the next part, we're going to cover this bit here. So we've got obviously where the four little folders meet, and we don't really want to see that. So we're going to make a little thin kind of cover for the spine, if you like. So I've just got some thin card here, and we're going to go 2.5 inches by 8 inches. And this will just be enough just to cover it and just make it look, you know, a bit better. The reason I've picked this colour is obviously I've got that kind of colour at the top, so I thought that would go quite nicely. So I'll just go to 8 there. Again, we'll save all those little bits and pieces. Now I'm not going to fold this too much. I'm just literally going to get it, fold it over very carefully, and not kind of push down too much. So go over a bit and just sort of lightly push it down like that. Then what we're going to do is just quickly measure it, see whether that fits, and we will stick that down with a little bit more of the double-sided tape, and I'll put some more of the tacky glue on as well, just to help hold that. And by putting the glue on as well, it does make it a little bit easier to rectify any bits that you've maybe not stuck in the right place. When you pop some double-sided tape down, you get one shot and then that's it. But when there's a little bit of glue on there as well, it does help you just to move it a little bit. So there's that section. So what I've done is I've cut up some more of the bits of card that we had there, and you want to cut some 7x5. If you're doing 6x4 photos, I've done 7x5 here for that one, and then this one is 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So all I've done for those is just got myself some sticky double-sided, and I've just literally just stuck those on and backed those on there. I've not used any glue at all. Just did that, and then all I did was just pop a little bit in the middle just to hold that. Take these off. And just stick that on there, and then you'll have basically a little tiny gap all the way around. Okay, so you have those, and they're what we're going to stick our photos on. And literally it's just a case of popping them into your little book like that, mixing up maybe the backing there. So it's just a case of putting them in, and I will just be putting a photo on the front there, and you can pop little letters in if you want to. You can really sort of mix and match what goes in. Also, you can use that little photo corners to help hold them. They can go in there. And in these you can put all sorts of things. You can put ephemera, you can put, you know, if you're giving them as presents to another crafter, you could fill those pockets with all sorts of goodies. And they're obviously what we will flip through and look. You could maybe write on one, you could put pictures on the other side. You know, you could do so many different things with them. If you also wanted to, you could make a little tie to go around. This is just some of the crinkled ribbon that I used. If you want it to stay on, then something that Amber did, literally she stuck it down and then she put this binding on, so that stuck down and then that went over the top like that, if you can see. So, you know, if you want to do that, we could maybe put a little bit extra on, or it can just go. Obviously I've got too much here. We can just, let's leave it on, see how much we need, and just tie it into a little bow, and maybe just pull it off like a little belly band or something. Let's snip that off. We'll just get that with a little bit of the lighter later on, but I think that looks super cute as it is. And you saw how quick and easy they are to make. Obviously I had some of the bits measured out, but you can, you know, you can adapt it, you can change it any way you want. As I say, you can just pull that off if you want to. You know, you can really personalize them. If you've got someone that you don't really know what to get for birthdays, Christmas, that sort of thing, you can, you know, put one of these really personal albums together. So that's it for me. I'll link Amber's channel down below in case you wanted to check that out. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all okay and keeping safe and well, and I'll see you soon. You take care. Bye for now.